as we talk to some of the influential media figures from all over the world here at Fix 2024. My name is Alex Siggers with Aving News. I've got the greatest job. I get to talk to not only people and companies here, but also people from all over the world who have their own insights and their own ideas about what's going on in these technologies fields, whether it's mobility, AI, big data, whatever it may be. But next up, we're going to go to Finland. And we're going to be talking to someone from the HelsinkTImes. Alexis, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me.
Very excited to hear your thoughts. But first, can you introduce yourself and your media company as well, please?
Sure. I'm Alexis Kouros, editor-in-chief of HelsinkTImes. HelsinkTImes is first and leading English language newspaper in Finland. We did have a print edition as well, but we stopped it a couple of years ago. So we are online only at the moment, and we are the main source of news about Finland in English, but we cover everything else, also international news, technology, science, and so on. We have over 1 million daily visitors.
All right, so here at the Future Innovation Expo, you have gotten to experience some really cool stuff, obviously, but tell us about first of all, is this your first time in Korea or not?
This is my second time in Korea. The first time I was just as a tourist, but this is definitely interesting now in like journalistic.
Well, what were your first impressions of the exhibition so far?
I'm positively impressed. I had no idea that this is the first one, and for the first of its kind, it really looks successful to me. The space is full of companies. They have very big companies. And also a startup corner with interesting startups. And when I heard the marketing director say that they only decided on February, I think they have really done a good sprint, and it looks very promising. If this is the first one, I'm looking forward to this next one.
Absolutely, as am I. Let's go into day one. Before day one, we had the Fix Innovation Awards, right? Let's start from there. What were your thoughts on that? I know this year is a big deal because we're really putting a lot more recognition on some of these up-and-coming companies and some of these new technologies. What were your thoughts on the Tuesday Fix Innovation Awards?
It was very interesting. The companies, they were all very promising, and they have innovative ideas. I would have liked to see more startups. Those are the ones who really need basically promotion and PR. But of course, you should, if you are basically giving awards to innovation, it should be unbiased, and anyone who innovates should get that. But the companies were very interesting. Their solutions were very interesting, and I think most of them, if not all of them, they really have global potential.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Now, we did also have yesterday awards here in the global media section. We had the Global Media Pick Awards, and that did incorporate a kind of a mix of some startups, some larger companies, some booths for countries. So tell us about your experience with the Global Media Pick. You had companies you chose from, and also the award ceremony itself.
Yes, I had a list of 9 companies pre-selected for me, and I went there with an interpreter. We looked at their solution, interviewed the people there, and basically, based on some criteria, made a ranking, and I chose 3 companies as the best ones, which we gave awards to. Again, I think that concept would have worked much better if it was for startups, because some of these companies were like already in the stock market. So to analyze them, you have to be like a stock exchange analyst. Otherwise, it was a really good idea, and I was walking around today and I saw some of those companies displaying the awards we had given them. So it seems that it's valuable for them, valuable PR for them, and we are happy to be part of that.
Yeah, I think there's always room for improvement. So next year, hopefully, we'll kind of see maybe some evolutions or another category, maybe a division of categories. There's a lot that can be done for sure.
Definitely, and once again, I mean that this evaluation and scoring media, I would exclude everyone else except the startups, because those are the ones that really fit that valuation thing, especially like I wouldn't have included the country boots.
Oh, yeah. They can have their own category next time, too. Okay, let's talk about the overall experience you've had so far. Anything stand out? Any companies that you weren't a judge for? Were there other companies? Was there another segment? Give me just an overall experience of the 3 days here at FIX 2024.
I think it's a really good mix of corporates, big companies with their very established solutions and products, and also the startups and their future solutions. We listened to the statistics. It seems that it has been very successful. They have been able to invite a lot of buyers. And so basically the matchmaking has worked apparently really well. I understand, and it's very difficult to mix, big corporations and the startups in the same exhibition. You probably could have had one for the startups and one for the big corporations. But then again, if there is the possibility of matchmaking between the startups and corporations, which we heard that it has happened as well. That's really good. And last night when we had dinner, I was sitting with in a table with two buyers. Actually, four of them, two from Thailand and two from Vietnam. And I asked them that, did you find anything? And they were all saying yes. We have found something that we want to buy, and we are going to sign contracts, but we have to approve it first from the headquarters. So it seems that it has been really working for in that front of matchmaking and making deals. And this is really excellent for an exhibition in the very, very first version of it.
Yeah, and I think that it's exciting to hear kind of the stories directly from the buyers. So thank you for sharing that with us. Last question, and then you can go get back to your work, write some articles for us. But for now, I want to know next year, what are you looking forward to? Either FIX 2025 or the trends. Like what industry or what technology are you most excited to see develop over the next year?
I suppose the idea is to expand this to make it more international. That's why we are here. And one suggestion I would have is that to have more English explanations or even the roll-ups and brochures, because I've been walking around and a lot of the booths, they only have Korean. And some of them exhibitors also, they are not fluent in English. Yesterday we had interpreters, but I would think that to make it more internationally clear and appealing for, I would add a little bit more or a lot more of explanations in English, ask the exhibitors to have in their everything they have also an English version.
Yeah.
And also I'm fond of startups, so I would like to see more startups, and the domestic innovation in Korea seems to be really vibrant. I'd like to see that, and looking forward to it.
Well, great. I think those are some great suggestions you have right there. And thank you for taking the time out of your day to talk with us.
Thank you very much.
Yes. So there you go. Helsinki Times. Alexis, thank you for joining us. We're going to come back in just a bit, maybe after lunch, and do some more interviews with some of the leading global media companies around the world. I'll see you then.